Plus, you can check out our internet-only specials. Great biodynamic wines from Redwood Valley in Mendocino County, California. Fry Wines. Go to frywine.com. That's F-R-E-Y-W-I-N-E. Fry Wine. F-R-E-Y-W-I-N-E.com. Check it out and enjoy great wines at your home tonight.
Hi, this is Bill Martinez. Join us every Monday through Friday from 9 to noon Eastern when we're covering the issues that matter most to you. From Obamacare, the latest from Russia, the Middle East, Israel, immigration, and more. We're talking with the policy and political experts so you can be better informed. It's Bill Martinez Live, brought to you in part by my friends at Good News Tax Relief. Let them help you get your peace of mind back by dealing with the IRS for you. Proven experience, proven results. Call 800-255-7500.
Welcome to Divine Love Talk with Dr. Parthenia Grant, where we talk about health, well-being, and the love of the divine that exists in all of us. Now, here's your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant.
Okay, I've got another exciting show lined up on a topic that's very close to my heart. It's about, can you hear me? Okay, very good. It's about using our intuition in order to become a lot clearer about the messages that are being delivered all around us from, higher beings, and not trusting in outer sources, but going within in order to develop discernment, because I think that discernment is something that's sorely lacking in the majority of the people on the planet, who just kind of take everything at face value and who really don't bother to use critical thinking when they hear things on the news, or when they hear gossip, or they hear somebody telling them something about somebody else. They don't stop to think, does that even sound right? Does that even sound true? Or they fail to even overlook the obvious. But more importantly, women have been taught to distrust their own intuition and trust in what other people say more than the voice of God that is within them. And I also wanted to look at the contrast between, men call intuition their gut, and how it's revered in business, when men follow their gut instinct, whereas when women have an intuitive hit, those are normally just like cast aside. So online, I have Angelica Perman joining me, and I also have Vanessa Benjamin. Angelica, are you there?
Hello.
Hello. So Angelica has been on the show before. You will remember she is an amazing sound healer, a singer, a writer. She's also a very powerful, intuitive psychic guide who helps a lot of people find their own inner voice and learn how to trust their own intuition. So Angelica, thank you for joining me today to talk about this topic.
Thank you. I love this topic. It's so important now more than ever with all the distractions in the world.
Yes.
We trust ourselves and hear our still inner voice.
And Angelica, I'd like for you to share later on in the hour some of your bits of wisdom that can help people tune in better to their own inner voice. Vanessa, are you there?
Hi. Yes, I'm here.
All right. Thank you, of course, for being my mastermind partner in helping clear the skies, and in being, this amazing, Vanessa and I have developed this amazing little support system in terms of our spiritual growth, where I've been mentoring her for years in clearing a lot of the darkness that she's been dealing with, and now we're able to meet as equals and co-create an amazing future for the posterity and the children of this planet. So thank you, Vanessa, for joining us.
Oh, no problem.
All right. So I'm going to open up Angelica, you're not aware that Vanessa and I have been doing a 33-day vigil to the great divine director, getting inner guidance. And so a lot of my stuff has been coming out in terms of poems. So I'd like to share a couple of them that are pretty short, right quick, that's kind of apropos in terms of letting go of the old and, stepping into the new. So this one says, letting go of those we love who've lost their will and can't find their way is all that's left for friends, lovers, and brothers, with nothing more to say that hasn't been said before to loved ones who've exchanged their free will to chase after strings of broken promises, fleeting highs, and cheap thrills that leave them feeling empty and forsaken, yet overtaken by an unseen force which sends them speeding down a highway of lies on a collision course with destiny that ends in death or transformation from a state of purgatory, generating a new platform for them or someone else to rewrite the story. So, as difficult as it is to let go and let God, letting go is quite simply a must that can only be done by daring to walk through the inner fire with utter trust. Now, that one, Angelica, is all about me letting go this year. And every year I let go of relationships and people in my life that are literally a detriment or a hindrance and that are not supporting me on my path to higher ascension is really my goal here on the planet. So that was sort of like a requiem.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Writing, automatic writing, is one of the best ways to have people start to trust their intuition.
Yes.
Sitting down and getting clear, having a few quiet moments, and just kind of tuning in and listening and seeing if there's any words that want to flow out, and then writing them down. And it's a wonderful way to connect with our guides and our higher self that has a vista point, more of a hawk flying over our life and can see things so clearly for us. Our higher self is that always, but we can get lost in the drama and the pain and the emotion of the attachment and relationship, as we all know, right, ladies?
Yeah. And one thing about us as women, we will hold on to a bad friendship and a bad relationship way longer than is necessary, hoping that, oh my God, they're going to get it. They're going to somehow... there's an old expression in Texas that we try to turn a sow's ear into a silk purse, and a sow is a pig.
Mm-hmm. That is true, and that's part. I think that's one of the things that the powers that be, by blocking the ability for people to really see for themselves, makes it so that they can pass over, all kinds of laws and all kinds of things that aren't really for our higher self,
Yeah.
And that way, if we're in fear, and also as women with this issue of wanting things to change, wanting people to change that maybe never will, that if we listen to the powers that be, the media, all of that we're never going to find our way, and that we really need to do that now more than ever. And I don't mean to preach, but it's something that I'm seeing that as I watch my friends go through their processes spiritually and listening more to themselves and claiming more for themselves, how you see certain friends or family members keep growing and escalating and going into the positive, and then you see people that aren't listening to their intuition, it just starts to deteriorate everything in their life.
Yeah, and I think unless we move into, like the second law of thermodynamics will automatically kick in unless we continually grow. And Vanessa, I want to bring you in on the discussion because growing is something you're quite familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy. There's all these different forces in the world that really want to suppress your growth, and as soon as you're ready to get to the next level, that's when they kind of all jump on you.
Yep.
And all that doubt comes in, and it's like, well, I don't know what's up or down. I thought I was okay. I knew that seemed right,
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the probably the biggest thing that I've noticed about you is how on point your intuition has always been, and how good you are at talking yourself out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that literally has been my downfall. Because
Yeah.
I'll know an instant about a person, what's going on with them, like, should I, mess with this person or not, or I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, I'm being negative. And it turns out to be true. They're a total psycho,
Totally.
Yeah.
And Angelica, my biggest weakness has been whenever I've been in a relationship, I've been with men that have known how intuitive I am and how I just get these hits and they're just right. And I know that they're right. And then the mistake that I've made is sharing it with people that are not walking in the light. But you're thinking because you're in a relationship with this person or a friendship with that person that, that you can at least share things, share insights with them. And I've inevitably allowed them to let me talk myself out of my common sense. Now, Vanessa talks herself out of it.
Yeah.
But I let other people talk me out of mine. So I am so done with that. So I know you have something to say about that.
You are so done with that.
Yeah.
And Vanessa, you too.
Yes, I'm done talking myself out of it.
Both of those things are so wonderful to talk about because they're the woman's plight, that we allow others to talk us out of our intuition and weaken our third chakra, our will center, so that we're not strong enough energetically, emotionally to really go for what we know.
Yes.
And then that inner voice that we all have of the ego or the other energy, is telling us all the lies constantly in our head. And some people it's really loud, real loud. It just never stops. So for me, with that, I just want to speak on that first. All of us have that. All of us have that doubt, and that's what we need to overcome. And so for me, when it comes in, it's always this kind of nasty, unpleasant voice.
Yes.
It's not like how intuition is. Intuition is very clear.
Yeah.
It's calm.
Soft.
It's loving. It's very neutral.
Yeah.
Where it'll be like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, and then sometimes it'll disguise itself as a nice voice. Well, but it still has that energy to it. Versus one time I was driving down the Melrose, and I heard a voice as strong as day at a green light. Stop right now. I jammed on the brakes, and a car went through.
Woo.
I'd have told you that. And went right through the intersection.
Wow.
It didn't say, you're a bad driver.
Right.
Pull over.
Stop right now.
It said, stop right now. Just like that. But really strong, So I really practiced listening to that. The bitchy voice, that's the inner liar, and then the one that is so clear.
Yeah.
And then when you're in that space, you feel so strong, empowered. And even if it's telling you something you don't want to hear,
Yes.
a truth you really don't want to hear, it's said so lovingly.
Yeah.
And so clear. And some people don't hear it as much. Some people aren't as clairaudient, and I get that.
Yeah.
I'm speaking specifically to clairaudience. Some people, it's more how they feel in their gut, like
Yes.
the men's inner gut, but they'll feel it that way. And some people, it's more visual.
Yeah.
And some people just feel it. They just walk in the room and they go, I know I need to not be here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that, Angelica, because there are so many ways that we can tap in, and we each have to tune in and figure out, okay, which voice are we listening to most of the time? And Vanessa, you and I have talked about this so much, how your voice is just, that negative voice just drones on, and you have such good logic. And then sometimes you'll be saying stuff and I'll go, but come on now, Vanessa, does that make sense?
Yeah, what's interesting is I think my entire life that's the voice that I had identified with.
Yes.
So when I was kind of getting more in tune with my intuition, it was like, well, that can't be true because that seems so peaceful and calming.
Yeah, right?
And how I view the world was a place where,
Okay,
you
so
could get
Vanessa, hold on. We'll be back with more of how you can tune into your inner voice to gain discernment, which is something that we sorely need. You're listening to Divine Love Talk. I'm your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant. My guest is Angelica Perman. Website quick, Angelica?
AngelicaPerman.com.
All right, and Vanessa Benjamin. We'll be back with more after commercial break.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Hi, friends. This is Larry Minetti. Go to LarryMinetti.com to get my book, Aloha Magnum. You'll read all about the wonderful guest stars like Carol Burnett, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and many, many more. Also, there is an episode guide and my favorite recipes that I really cook at home. I will include a free signed photo with every book. Get Aloha Magnum at LarryMinetti.com. Order now. Aloha.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
All right, we're back with more of Divine Love Talk on CRN. Okay, we're discussing the importance of tapping into your own inner gut, your intuition, which is the voice of God talking to you, and not allowing other people's opinions and other people's projections to talk you out of your very own good sense. Okay, now I'm going to open up very quickly. Angelica Perman is joining us, and so is Vanessa. And I'm going to share another short little piece, Vanessa, that I wrote about superstition. I felt like Stevie Wonder, but that's another way that we allow ourselves to get talked out of our intuition. And I wrote this one on the 13th day of the vigil. And I was just thinking, wow, okay, this is the 13th day. So it opens up with 13 is such an odd number, full of superstition and fear. Yet 12 disciples plus 1 Christ equals 13, making it more clear than 12 signs of the zodiac revolving around one planetary sun. methinks host of someones have been having a lot of fun pulling the wool over our eyes when it's obviously not true that number 13 equals bad luck, ominous endings, or ill tidings. Today is the 13th epistle to myself in search of inner guidance by exiling myself from the masses to master self-reliance. The only thing I can say for sure is that I now trust my higher self more than messengers, high priests, or men flaunting external wealth. I am the co-creator of my own reality who now makes her own luck out of an inner guidance that's oiled, on point, and never gets stuck. 'Cause it's ever evolving in an upward spiral beyond the speed of light, soaring with the swiftness of thought, flashing through periphery sight. So, thank you to all the naysayers and haters. You did your best to beat me, to steal my light, and malign my name, but still, I passed the test.
Nice.
Ooh, that's good. That is good.
That planet part, though, that was dope.
Well, okay, as you can see, I'm also really focusing on having a sense of humor about all the craziness. So going back to inner intuition, I have a really interesting thing to share. Last night when I was doing my meditation, because Angelica, that's something that I've been having a very, very hard time with over the past year and a half since that incident that I came to see you about. Being able to just sit still and meditate and do my practice. And so I've been doing a lot of work and tapping in, and there's some really great meditations that I've been getting from Lisa Renee at energeticsynthesis.com. And with this one last night, it was really, really powerful. And as I'm sitting there, eyes closed, doing the meditation, this loud snoring just enters the room. Like, it was so wild and crazy. I have my eyes closed and I start laughing and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. So here's that little trickster that is either saying, oh, go to sleep, because that's what you normally do when you try to meditate, or just laughing at the whole meditation. And then I just said, look, I am sovereign. I'm free. Get out of my space. And boom, it was gone.
It was a spirit that snored?
Snored! It was so loud. I was you know how little my dog is. Both of you know. She's like 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Wet, okay?
I was like, is that baby girl?
No. Look, this was like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And, my room was closed. Krista was in her room. Baby girl was in her room. No, the sound was like right on the bed.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's a distraction that not everybody will hear, Parthenia, but there are spirits all around that love to mess with us, to get us to pay attention to them instead of paying attention to our own practice, our inner self.
Well, and that's one of the reason I shared it is because that's one of the things that we have to be aware of is the imposter spirits and the trickster spirits, that are trying to scare you, because most people would have gone, oh my God, what is that? Like this time of morning, and it was so loud, it was like shaking the room.
Oh my God.
And I didn't even miss a beat. I was just like, oh, get out of here. Okay, look, I'm finishing this meditation. So we do need to recognize when there are those voices and people and distractions that are coming to just kind of take you off of your path. I'm talking with Angelica Perman at angelicaperman.com. And Vanessa, do you have contact information?
You can find me on my Facebook. I don't have a website
Facebook,
yet.
Vanessa Benjamin on Facebook. And we'll be back with more about developing inner discernment and trusting your own intuition and not letting other people talk you out of it. I'm your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant on Divine Love Talk, crntalk.com.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
From traditional Hawaiian weddings and vow renewals to your own unique ceremony, find out why Ka'anapali Weddings is the perfect place to say, I do. Create the memory that will last a lifetime at the place you and your family know and love, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Imagine yourself and your loved one just steps away from world-famous Ka'anapali Beach in one of many wedding venues to choose from, including oceanside lawns, tropical gardens, or indoor banquet rooms. With your choice of catering, bar, floral, and musical options, you can make your special day customized just for you. Their wedding specialist will help you plan your dream wedding today. For more information, visit ka'anapaliweddings.com or call 661-0011. Ka'anapali Weddings, the perfect place to say, I do.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Is your business paying too much for your water? Pure Water Technology provides the world's best fully monitored, self-cleaning, bottleless water purification coolers for your employee drinking water. That's right, I said bottle-less. Because Pure Water Technology can provide you and your employees with a much healthier and cost-efficient alternative than what you're currently using. And we provide free trials. Pure Water Technology has technology unlike any other company. And you can save an average office over 6,000 gallons of water annually. So you can do your part for our California drought, save water, at the same time have happier, healthier employees. We use new reverse osmosis technology. It's available only through Pure Water Technology. No one else has this system. And we save water too. Log on to ditchthebottle.com or call 888-790-7873 for free information and your free trial. 888-790-7873. Call now.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Okay, we're back with our topic on tuning in to your own intuition in order to develop discernment. Joining me is Angelica Perman. She's an amazing, intuitive, psychic, sound healer, and I love talking to you, Angelica.
Talking with you as well. And it's nice to meet you, Vanessa. You're lovely. And it's really interesting having 3 people together discussing this and have a similar interest, slightly different viewpoint.
Yes.
And I just want to say, you know, the intuition that I've developed, I didn't come in all like this. I worked very hard.
Yes, talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Because I was a very sensitive child, so a lot of frightmares, and I would sleepwalk all the time. And I think that I had a lot of spirits visiting me.
Of course.
And very empathic. So I didn't know that the anxiety that I felt all the time was an overwhelming sense of other people's energies, thoughts, fears, concerns.
Yes.
I just thought it was me. And I've learned over the years by trial and error what was myself and what was the other people that I was interfacing with. And now I can turn it on and turn it off, especially in a session, because I'm focused on the other person very much, but I'm taking care of myself. And that is the key, that self-care, and then going, is this me? So when you're sitting on your couch, having a good old time, just chilling after you worked really hard, and you're feeling great, and then all of a sudden you go, you feel this energy again. You go, what is that? Who is that?
Yes.
I go, what is that? I go, who is that? Because I'm sitting here, I am just fine.
Yes.
I'm not afraid or freaked out right now. What is this? And then you go, oh, okay, that's another energy.
Yeah.
That is, now it attaches to our own beliefs.
Sure.
Our own fears.
Yes.
And I mean, in essence, there is no other. We are all connected.
Yes.
But let's just talk about it from the position of an individual having a human experience, right?
Okay.
So we're sitting there, with our own life and then interfacing with other people. When I go out in public, I will be very open because I'm open in my sessions and in my home.
Yes.
And a lot of times I'm overwhelmed by these energies. And then I go, oh, let me pull in my little field here, really small, so everybody can have their feelings and their emotions, and I can just have mine and be in public.
Yeah.
So that's a simple thing everybody can do. It's like zip-locking your aura. Just bring it in and go, this is me, and that's you.
Okay.
And that's a good place to have separation.
Yeah.
So that you just kind of have that.
Well, that's very helpful. I know for Vanessa, right? Because that's something that I've talked to her about, is that she feels everybody else's stuff, and then she starts to think it's her, that those are her own thoughts. And so that probably resonated with you, right, Vanessa?
Oh, like 100%. I realized a lot of my depression wasn't even mine. It was my mom.
Right.
Yes.
Even like when she'll come home, like during the week I'll be fine, and she'll come home on the weekend. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling really depressed. I'm like, okay, now I need to do what Angelica said, was ziplock your energy field and know that that's not hers. Before I was completely identified with it.
So Angelica, can you give a little more detail about how a person would do that? Are you putting like a shield of white light around you? What does that look like for you?
Well, I have a lot of techniques. I use golden light
to
clear the aura.
Okay, that's the Christ light.
So that's one thing that I work with. But specifically, and I can talk about that later.
Okay.
But specifically, the zip-locking is that when you're in dream time, when you're relaxed in your home or with people that you really feel comfortable with, our auras get really big. And that's great. We actually should expand and have a huge aura. It's just that when you're very empathic and you're going out in public and you're not aware of what is your aura and other people, to bring it in closer to you, almost like take your arms out and just bring your energy like 6 inches around your body.
Okay.
And then you can practice expanding, which actually is even more powerful if you can expand your aura with golden light, shooting it out all around you. It could be a block, it could be a mile wide. When you go out in public, first of all, nothing will harm you.
Okay.
You are completely protected, and your awareness will be so acute of every little thing that you need to pay attention to. So I think that's actually the first one is like maintenance, or when you just don't know what else to do, you're really vulnerable.
Right.
Second one, when you're in that space, because I believe the brighter we are, the more potent we are, or in our power, that is our true protection in life.
Yeah. Okay, that's very, very helpful. Vanessa, what do you think about that?
Yeah, Lisa Renee actually talks about people who are empathic. They do have bigger auras. So I was like, wow, that's right up my alley, what she was saying. So I'm definitely going to try that.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Angelica. I wanted, Angelica, the last show that you did with me, here, and we were talking about the elementals. Vanessa and I have been working very closely with them. And yesterday I was up on the mountain hiking, and Vanessa called me right afterwards, and she said, "Oh my goodness, did you see the sky? There must be a forest fire or something, because it looked really, really bad." And
Yes.
I wanted to share this and get your input on it, Angelica. When I was up on the mountain and I was doing my prayer and talking with the elementals and calling in the ascended masters for their help and clearing the sky, it occurred to me, wow, I'm kind of doing this backwards. Like growing up in the South, I likened it to a rattlesnake. If you just cut the tail off, the rattlesnake is still dangerous. But
Right.
in order to kill the snake, you got to cut the head off and separate those two. And I was thinking, okay, so I'm doing the violet flame and I'm saying, okay, please transmute all of this harm and everything that's continually being done. And then I realized, okay, we've got to go to first cause, the source of it, and ask, like, surrender. We have the authority, but the ascended masters and all of the elementals, they have the power, to fix this. And so I just surrendered the authority, and I said, okay, by the authority of the Christ in me, you guys know how to neutralize the source of this problem. So let's go to the source and the consciousness of this problem and expose it and bind it and remove it from the planet so that the people can be free of this, of literally these are weapons of mass destruction that are being sprayed in the sky, and all of the the technology that's being used to mind control us. We don't have the power to neutralize it, but the ascended masters do. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on that, and Vanessa, I definitely want you to come in on it.
Well, I definitely have a lot to say about this, and I will start with, I believe we have the power within us to control the elements.
Yes, we do.
Earth, fire, water, air. And that long, long ago, when
we have dominion. Yes.
Yeah, long ago when we were more ascended as a race of beings, we were able to do that. And so I want to just briefly say a story that it will illustrate this.
Okay.
So recently, I was away on a retreat, having a good old time in Ojai, and a fire started 10 minutes after a ceremony I completed, about 150 feet from my house, 200 feet.
Wow.
And I had gotten intuition before I left. Should I bring all my cash? Should I bring my computer? And I thought, there might be a fire. It was an intuition.
Wow.
And I heard, all your stuff will be fine. But it wasn't. Wow. It was just like that. All your stuff will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I left, and then the fire started. Well, while I was with my group of people, we were in the water, and we were soaking in the big, huge pool.
Uh-huh.
And so I asked everybody to surround our area with the water element.
Okay.
And just pray and protect the animals and the people. And then I saw that it was clearing energy. The fire was transmuting some stuff that needed to go.
Yeah.
Now, when I got home, it was literally burnt. Everything had been put out. There had been 1,000 firefighters.
Wow.
Everything had been put out by the time I got home. And I looked, and it literally, Parthenia, was directly across my street from my house. It burned right to the street.
Oh, my God.
And so whatever hand I had in the consciousness to co-create that fire,
yes,
and whatever hand I had in consciously feeling the protection for that,
right.
I used all of the dominion and intuition within me and the group of people to put that energy there.
Wow.
Now, how protected are we?
Yeah.
And we really tune in like that.
Yes.
So, but it did have a purpose. Fire cleared some stuff. My
Sure.
neighborhood feels way better, I got to tell you. So with all of that, yes, there are powers that are out there that do not want our highest good. However, in the end of the Kali Yuga, which is now the Dark Age, ending that moving into the Golden Age, we can use all of that to move forward,
yes,
and to collectively shift things. And the elements and the elementals, we can work with them.
Yes.
So that's the easiest way I can describe an answer to your question.
Wow. Well, that was, hey, direct divine intervention. And so I want to clarify that we do have dominion over the elementals, but when I'm saying that, when we go to first cause and that
Yes.
we have authority and dominion over ourselves and this planet, but at the same time, there are sources of power that are greater than ours that can actually assist us in
Yes.
a way that's much greater and much bigger and all-encompassing than we could ever imagine. And that was what I was trying to point out, is that but they can't interfere without us asking and without us giving them the authority. So I'm inviting all of you to join me in giving, the elementals the authority to go to first cause and to neutralize this problem, this technology, these weapons of mass destruction that are being used against us, to neutralize this technology and to expose it, bind it, and remove it from this planet. That is my call. And Vanessa, that's what Vanessa and I have been doing. And I know, Angelica, you're working every day with the elementals, as you just shared with us.
Yes, and I just want to say we are ascended masters in training.
Yes.
So to practice, and we've always had beings that are way more advanced than us that we're learning from
Yes.
here on the planet and in the other dimensions. And so there are our siblings, our older brothers and sisters, our
Yes.
teachers, and they can help us at any time.
But we have
However,
to ask.
We have to ask, and we are ascended masters in training.
Yes.
And that is a fact.
I like that. I like that. And look, I'm going to amen that. And Vanessa, very quickly, I'm going to share, another little short poem that I did called I Am a God-Free Being. And it's stepping into exactly what you're talking about, Angelica. It says, we turned over our divine right to be God-free beings to politicians, presidents, and kings who are more than delighted to issue the latest editions of trade agreements, Supreme Court decisions, regulations, and propositions, not to mention recycled dogmas and ethics in the name of New Age religions. These are nothing more than ego massages and hooks to hold you back from seeing the infinite potential inside that you convert to fear and lack. Why do the ruling class spend so much money and time misconstruing facts? It's because our DNA and gene pools are the priceless currency that they lack. Ever notice the emptiness in their eyes and the coldness in their heart? They spit upon and despise as weak the love we can so easily impart. They can only emulate higher emotions, not experience joy as a lark. They come to harvest our emotions and have been doing so from the start. It's the lower vibrations that sustain them: adulation, anger, control, and fear. They elicit them by drawing you into senseless arguments that can end in tears. Through osmosis, you automatically absorb their toxic energy if you don't steer clear of frowns and veils of darkness covering their eyes. Your words will fall on deaf ears. That was me literally saying, I'm done with looking to earthly sources to solve problems that they created.
Yeah.
Vanessa, I know you got something to say.
Well, I think that you have to kind of get back into that magical essence that we all are.
Yeah.
And I was telling you about this the other day, how I really was stuck in between, well, this seems like reality and how we can't really change things. And then you go into that place of hope where you don't really feel like it can happen, but you want it to happen.
Right.
But I think we're all magical people.
Yes.
And if we just accept that we can co-create worlds, then of course we can, manifest a better future on the planet.
Absolutely. And that is exactly what we're doing here on Divine Love Talk. And Angelica, you are definitely a magical being.
Thank you. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I used to be a magician's assistant.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
And it was a super fun job because I got to know how all of the illusions were created and what I needed to do to pull the trick off. And I'd be in there going, what on earth am I doing this for? But it was so cool because I'd be like behind the veil, about to appear in something. And I know how it all works.
But look at how magical you are in the work that you do now in helping other people heal.
Absolutely.
You're listening
Absolutely.
to Angelica Perman at Angelica Perman, PERMAN.com, Vanessa Benjamin, and I am your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant, and you can find me at drparthenia.com. You're listening to Divine Love Talk on crntalk.com. We'll be back wrapping this up on how you can harness your own intuition to develop greater discernment so that you can help co-create a better reality for this planet.
Hi, friends. This is Larry Manetti. Go to LarryManetti.com to get my book, Aloha Magnum. You'll read all about the wonderful guest stars like Carol Burnett, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and many, many more. Also, there is an episode guide and my favorite recipes that I really cook at home. I will include a free signed photo with every book. Get Aloha Magnum at LarryManetti.com. Order now. Aloha.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Your home for great comedy. The Showroom at South Point presents Christopher Titus.
English security let a man in a Batman suit climb Buckingham Palace.
A little outrageous.
You with the goatee. I don't like your look. Take off your shoes, Batman, go ahead.
A little opinionated.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen in America. 3 minutes, dead Batman.
June 17th through the 19th. Tickets at the box office. Online at southpointcasino.com. Charge by phone. 702-797-8055. Laugh it out big time with Christopher Titus at the South Point. 18 and older.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares, first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
We're back, wrapping this up with Divine Love Talk. You're in the background, you're hearing the amazing sounds of Sound Shrine with Angelica Perman. You can turn it down just a little bit. We're going to play it in the background as we close out. Angelica?
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
here.
So the album is available where?
So it's called Om Indigenous, one word.
Okay.
Om Indigenous on iTunes and Amazon.
Okay.
And we produced it with a beautiful man who's done music for 30 years, Jason D. McKeon. And it's wonderful for clearing, and you can put it in the background and listen to your intuition kind of have a meditation, but you can also drive with it.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I put it on and I just do what I need to do around the house, and it just flows a lot easier. And Vanessa, I don't know if you heard this one lecture from Lisa Renee where she talks about whenever you're being bombarded with that egoic voice or entities that are just trying to distract you, to just put on beautiful music and put it on really loud and it just drowns them out.
Yeah, I did listen to that. And I like the way that Angelica's music sounds. So I'm probably going to get some.
Yeah, it's really, really relaxing and it takes out all of the anxiety and negative energy that we're just constantly bombarded with every day. And I want to remind people, I know that we would like to have just this magic wand that we can just, be gone, and it's all good. But unfortunately, on a planet, a low vibration planet like Earth, where you've got duality and you've got all, these dark forces that are allowed to run amok because of free will. And then you've got these amazing light beings and indigo kids and starseed people. There's this inevitable clash, of will. And we have to protect ourselves. So we've got to do the work every day. There is no such thing as I am saved. You're not, it's he who endures to the end is the one that's going to be saved. There is no automatic salvation. I'm sorry to, be the bearer of that bad news, but it's actually good news because you can be your own savior. You can become your own Christ.
Yeah. Yes, being in the connection with the balance within ourselves of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, connecting those two instead of a patriarchal or matriarchal world that we've lived in, by connecting those two within ourselves, that is the way to be more empowered. The doer and the receiver, connecting those two, listening and then acting from that place of truth within ourselves.
Yes.
And really listening to that. There are no safe places, there's safe people. And what that means is connecting with our intuition, letting that guide us and protect us always and always.
Yes.
And so it is.
And so it is and shall be. And you are divinely protected when you call upon that protection. Instantly, all of the beings of light will come to you. So just exercise that and exercise your power, because you are magnificent beyond measure. You've been listening to Divine Love Talk. I'm your host, Dr. Parthenia Grant, Vanessa Benjamin on Facebook, and Angelica Perman at angelicaperman.com. You want to check out Om Indigenous on iTunes and Amazon. Thank you so much, Angelica, for joining us and for being such a beautiful little Earth Angel diva. And Vanessa, so proud of you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com. But if cutting-edge technology is more your style, you'll be happy to know that CRN is now available on Wi-Fi radio. Simply log on to Reciva.com, that's RECIVA.com, and look for CRN. You can access all of our great shows and listen live anywhere in the world. Be part of your favorite shows and get the full CRN listening experience you would have with any traditional radio, podcast, or a live stream from our website. For more information on where or how to listen, and for a full list of our programming, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.
The radio channels. The radio
this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew. Correspondent Ralph Cassert reports a major anti-terror investigation has been unfolding today in Belgium.
The government has called a National Security Council to look at the situation after there were raids overnight because authorities feared that an attack was imminent.
Some 40 people were questioned. 12 suspects remained in custody amid what officials fear had been a major terrorist plot. Authorities say firefighters contending with 100-foot-high flames made some progress overnight in keeping a New Mexico blaze that destroyed 24 homes already from getting much bigger. Livestock rancher Carmen Bodine did think it was the smart move to get herself and her animals to safety.
I couldn't get them in.